The Cottonblue Weighted Blanket, 15 pounds queen size, is the kind of thing you end up buying after another night of staring at the ceiling, watching the same 4 minutes of scrolling loop until your phone dies and your shoulders stay wound tight. It exists for the person who measures twice before committing to anything that claims to help them sleep, and it leans on a 15 pounds weight to do it. Most weighted blankets in this category ship with plastic polyester filling or loose glass beads that shift after a few months, leaving cold spots and the occasional rattling compartment. The Cottonblue model uses glass beads sealed inside a 7-layer design, wrapped with an extra fabric layer and non-glue polyester fibers, so the weight stays anchored in smaller compartments instead of pooling toward your feet. That matters because a blanket that redistributes its load halfway through the night stops being a sleep aid and starts being a distraction. One side is 220 GSM smooth fleece. The other is 220 GSM fluffy Sherpa, which means you can flip it depending on whether you want a cooler surface or something closer to a hug. The listing calls this living in the cloud, which is the kind of phrase that usually precedes a product that is anything but cloud-like. But the GSM count at least tells you the fabric has some heft to it. The blanket is machine washable, and the fade and stain resistance means it should hold up to regular laundry without turning into a matted mess after a few cycles. That is a real consideration for anyone who has already bought the cheap one twice and knows the difference between a blanket that survives washing and one that emerges looking like it lost a fight with a dryer. The weight recommendation is 8% to 10% of body weight, and it may take 2 to 7 days to get used to the pressure. So if you are someone who has never slept under anything heavier than a comforter, starting with a lighter weight makes sense. But here is who this is not for. Anyone who needs a twin or full size, since this only comes in queen at 60 by 80 inches, and anyone who wants to toss it over a couch for guests, because at 15 pounds it is built to cover just your body on a mattress, not to drape over furniture. If your problem is nighttime tossing and turning, and you are ready to stop cycling through cheaper blankets that fall apart, this is the kind of product that rewards being bought once instead of every season. The link is in the description, so you can check what it is sitting at right now and decide if the time